I really got to get my damn phone fixed. I want to start this off by saying I owe Freddie Gibbs an apology. Back in 2020, well, actually it was 2021 when the award actually happened. But back when they was doing the thing for the Grammy for album of the year for rap album of the year 2020, the one that Nas eventually won for King's Disease one. I remember seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, Freddie Gibbs got robbed. Freddie Gibbs should have got this. Freddie Gibbs should have got that. His album was the best album." And I admit at that time I only knew Freddie Gibbs by name. I knew the name Freddie Gibbs. I couldn't. I don't think I ever heard any of his music before. So anyway, I say over the past 3 months, maybe about 3 months ago, I was like, I've been listening to the same albums over and over. I wanted to try something new. So I tried a few new albums. Some of them I liked, some I didn't like. But I got the Freddie Gibbs album produced by The Alchemist. And I'm a big fan of Alchemist going back to the early 2000s, working with Nas and Mobb Deep, people like that. But even still with that, I guess for whatever reason, I just didn't get around to listening to the album. But you know how it is. Sometimes you'll hear about a great album. And you might be like, all right, I heard that's great. I'll listen to it. But then you don't get around to it till later on, or maybe you never do. But anyway, eventually got around to listening to this Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist album. And it's called Alfredo. I think that's the full name. I could be missing something. I will say this. It's a pretty damn good album. Pretty damn good. Some of the standout songs to me. First of all, I love the way it started off with the song 1985. Um, it got like a guitar, like almost like a rock and roll electric guitar, like part of the beat, which I like the way he flowed all over it. Like, mind you, going into this, I heard one song by Freddie Gibbs, one even song, one verse, and that was no, I'm sorry, I heard two verses from Freddie Gibbs going into this. He did. Speaking of Nas, he did the remix or the continuation of a song Nas had called "Life Is Like a Dice Game," and then I also heard him on West Side Gun's album. He got a verse on there, so I like those two verses I heard from him, but I still didn't know really what to expect. So 1985 really sets it off well. I like his flow. I like the beat. To be honest, most of the album is just talking about drug dealer rap, gangster rap, but he do drop some OG jewels in there. I think Freddie Gibbs is 39 or 40, so he do drop some game in there along with, but it's mostly drug rap, street rap, which I like and I'm fine with. But I also like my music to have some jewels in it, some knowledge, some stuff I can relate to. So 1985 is dope. Really, every song on there is good. Some better than others, but I like every song. Another song that really stood out was "Baby Shit." Drug dealing song, but it's good beat, good flow, good delivery. He got a song on there I like with, speaking of West Side Gun, he has a song on there with, he got two Griselda members on there actually. He has a song with Benny the Butcher, who he allegedly got beat up by, ironically now. I guess they was cool back then. So he got a song called, what's that, Frank Lucas. And I actually think Freddie Gibbs like really outshined Benny the Butcher on that song. If you know how we do, two artists that you like on the same song, who got the better verse. They both did their thing on there, but I definitely say I like Freddie Gibbs' verse more. Another standout song, I like the one he got with Machine, Conway the Machine. Conway dropped some jewels on there, a slower beat. The good thing about this album is kind of soulful, which I'm not surprised considering Alchemist did it. But and I've noticed somebody that's listened to Alchemist when he first like blew up, in the early 2000s. I know he was with Cypress Hill before that, but I didn't really know him at that time. I could tell he was dope back then. He's dope now, but I could tell his style is. At least for this album, his style has changed up and advanced to sound more modernized. And I think Freddie Gibbs does a good job of being an OG, technically as a rapper, but still sounding new because he's kind of, I don't want to say a new artist. I know he's been around like a decade, but he's new to like kind of blowing up with this album, I'll say. So what we said? We said 1985, I like that. Started off Frank Lucas with Benny the Butcher. I forgot what is the name of the song with I don't even know the name of the song with Conway. So I had something. I'll come to me later. I should have wrote down the track list of the songs I like, but I pretty much know it. Whatever song do really stand out on there? Look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh, and I like it because it got like a soulful. I don't know if that's a sample. I'm assuming it is or something, but again, I like it because the beat is soulful. It's laid back. It's chill. Good delivery, good lyrics. Yeah. What's another song I really liked on there? I really should have looked at the track list first, but I think I know it. God is Perfect, which I think is the second song on there. Another song, no drug dealing talk, but but he still dropped some non-drug dealing life jewels within these songs. So that's another song I like. So I'm not gonna go down every song I like. Like I said, every song on there is good. Some are really good. Trying to think, it was another song on there I really like, Baby Shit, but we talked about. Man, what was that other song on there I really like? Um, All Glass. That's the song, and it was all glass. Another song, I like the beat, I like the delivery, drug dealing talk, but still dope. So if you into like the that Pusha T type, not that he sound anything like Pusha T, but similar drug dealing talk, whatever. If you into that lane, there's definitely and somebody that's spitting some good lyrics, good flow, some soulful beats. I think you'll definitely enjoy this album. Either way, I think it's worth checking out. Um, so yeah, I owe Freddie Gibbs an apology. Now, the apology stops at a certain point. I still think King's Disease was the better album. You know what I mean? Now maybe I'm just biased because Nas is my favorite rapper, but I still think King's Disease was the better album. And the reason I would give Freddie Gibbs maybe the advantage on production over King's Disease, but if you follow Nas, production is never usually isn't his strongest point. Even though on these King's Disease albums, Hit Boy been doing his thing, so the production been all that. To me, the most consistent, best production Nas has had of his career. Um, but I would say just comparing King's Disease 1 and Freddie Gibbs album, I would say I probably like the beats on Freddie Gibbs album a little bit more, but I dig the beats on both. The advantage I give Nas is Nas talks about more actual, real life things. It's not just a bunch of songs about drug dealing. Like I said, which I'm cool with, but I also prefer more variety. And Nas is good at that. He still got the drug dealing talk, the street talk, but he also mix in jewels and stuff about Africa, things like that. So, so I still think Nas should have got it, but I owe Freddie Gibbs an apology because when I seen his fans and him complaining that he should have won, I was like, get out. There ain't no way in hell your album better than King's Disease or even close. And I admit I said that without even hearing his album. So if he would have won it, I would have been pissed still because Nas should have been winning a Grammy. This shouldn't have been his first one. But if you took that out and you gave it to Freddie Gibbs, I'd be like, I get it. Still think Nas one was a little better, but I get it. Either way, Freddie Gibbs featuring Alchemist on the production. Alfredo is definitely worth checking out. I definitely recommend it. I'm gonna do another album review probably in about a month because I don't even listen to Drake like that, but when I heard his new album was like elevator music or chilling in the lobby of a hotel music, I was like, yeah, that's what an old nigga like me with anxiety need right now. I need some relaxing music. So so I actually just started the Drake album one time through, and yeah, I like it. It's different. He's not really rapping, so it's a good vibe. But we'll see. I gotta listen to it more. That's why I said like a month from now. But maybe I'll do a review on that. And yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a message. Your boy Yo Scruggs. Peace.